Hey guys, it's Lauren Yates from Rave It Up here, and today we're going to be having a chat over Zoom with Australian country music singer Catherine Britt. She is back on the show again. The last time she was on the show was back in November 2020, believe it or not. This time we have a talk about her new single with Lachlan Bryan called The Beginning of the End, and about their new band, The Pleasures. They're about to go out on tour together as well. She's also touring with Amber Lawrence with the Love and Lies tour, and also has her own tour, the Bush Pubs tour. That's a lot, right? Well, let's have a talk to her all about it today. Before we get into today's interview, we would like to give a shout out to our Patreons, Irene, Bev, and Michael. If you haven't heard of Patreon before, it is a great way to support us and keep us running and improving. You pick a membership tier that suits you and your budget per month, and in return for supporting us, we'll give you behind-the-scenes content and free stuff. You don't have to give much either. You can be a part of our Patreons for as little as $4 a month. Just visit patreon.com/raveitup. You can even donate through PayPal if you don't trust other sites. You can do so just through our email, raveituptv@gmail.com. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. We appreciate anything you can do to support us. Now, let's get into this interview. Catherine, welcome back to Rave It Up. It is a pleasure to have you on the show again. How are you going today?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Can you believe it was back in November of 2020 that we had our last chat? Time flies.
I can believe it because, I feel like everything feels like such a long time ago, yet it doesn't feel like that long ago. I feel like the last 2 years have just been like nothing.
That is true. When you're busy, it goes quick.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate you slotting me into your busy schedule. I know you're touring at the moment. You're back home now, it looks like.
Yes, just got home, just got out of the shower. So, it's good to be home for a couple of days. And then we go again on the Love and Lies tour with Amber Lawrence, and then back on the Bush Pubs tour. So,
oh my goodness. I don't know how you slot it all in. It's crazy. You're like an amazing role model when it comes to time management.
Yeah, I have to be. I'm a mum. That's how it works.
Good. Yes, that is true. You got to slot it all in. Being a mum and a businesswoman.
Yeah, it's true.
But congratulations on your new single with Lachlan Bryan called The Beginning of the End. Such a great beat, guys. Go check it out. Full of sass and spunk and what I like to call real lyrics. Where did the inspiration behind this song come about for you guys?
Yeah, well, it was one in the first batch of songs that we wrote. I just flew down to Melbourne and we did some songwriting and recording all in a few days. And it was one of the first ideas. Thankfully, Lachlan actually came to the project with ideas because I was just like, oh, we'll be right. Fly by the seat of our pants, it'll be great. And luckily he actually thought it through and had some song ideas. So this is one of his ideas. And actually had as a ballad, a really big, beautiful ballad thing, and I was like, well, I like it, I like the idea, but I reckon we could get a cool groove going behind it, and kind of just started playing the groove that it is now. And thankfully, Lachlan liked it, and it kind of grew into the song that is the single now, the beginning of the end.
Definitely. It's good to go with the, kind of ballad lyrics, but to have a real, groovy beat that you just want to move.
Yeah, it's definitely a movement track for sure.
So how long did it take to come up with all the lyrics specifically?
Look, this project was all done pretty quickly, which I've never really done that before. I normally write over a series of months and then go in and record, the album in, say, a week or so. But this project, we kind of did a little different. We did the writing and recording all together. So we would write one or two songs, and then we'd go in the next day to the studio and record them, and then come home that night, write another two songs, and then go back in the next day and record. So it was pretty full on, really by the end of it, my brain really hurt, and I felt so overwhelmed with creativity and just I'd pushed myself to my absolute limits. And I know Lachlan felt the same. It was pretty full on thing to do, but we got something really different and special out of that, because it wasn't something that was a normal sort of process for both of us. So and it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel like we weren't doing it justice or anything like that. It felt just how the project had to go. We only had limited time for, he lives in Melbourne, I live in Newcastle, two different states. So it kind of just had to work that way, and we just made it happen. So
That's good. Yeah, when you got both busy schedules and you are in different states, you just got to make it work.
Yeah, exactly.
So, did it feel like it kind of sucked the creativity a little bit because you only had that short time limit?
No, I reckon it pushed us to be more creative. It pushed us to our best. We had to sort of step it up. Both of us felt like this pressure to be the best we could be in a limited amount of time. So I think because of that, it sort of brought out a really great sort of thing in both of us. This. I think for me, especially, I feel I work better under pressure.
Good.
Yeah, I feel like when I'm more pressure, more going on, like I feel like I run things smoother and I kind of just pull my shit together, I guess, and make it happen. So that's kind of how it felt.
Sort of like doing an assignment last minute at school. It's like, I'll procrastinate. I'll just do it right at the last minute.
I guess so. Yeah, very similar.
Sometimes your best stuff comes out of that. So it looks like the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I found the cover art for this single very interesting. It's a snake with arrows in it. Why did you choose that image?
Well, the guy that did the artwork just kind of asked us for the music, which we sent him what we'd recorded so far. And, I guess he just creatively went with that. We kind of just let the music speak. And when he came back with that, we just thought it was really kind of cool and kind of matched the project and just made sense, that it was, a little bit kind of dirty and a little bit kind of sassy and kind of sexy and all the things that I think the music was saying kind of felt like that image was sort of telling at the same time. So it just sort of made sense to us, I guess, to say yes to it when he sent it through. So he kind of nailed it straight away for us.
Yeah, and same with the colours too. It stands out as well. And, that red sort of colour is very, people see it as sexy as well.
Yeah, red and black is our colours, yeah.
Yeah, you did well.
Thank
So,
you.
can you tell us more about this friendship with Lachlan? When and how did you meet? And is it true that this collaboration all just came about from a few drunken late night texts?
Yeah, look, me and Lachlan I don't even remember the first time that we met. We were trying to work this out the other day in an interview, and neither of us can recall the actual first time. But I know my first recollection of hanging out with Lachlan was in America, and I went over to tour with Bill Chambers, and Lachlan was there. Bill had brought Lachlan, or Lachlan was in America or something touring, and Bill invited him to sing on the show with us. And I heard Lachlan at this venue in Austin, outside of Austin, Texas. And I just thought, oh, wow, he's really great. He's got great lyrics and a great voice. And I actually had known his music because his producer for his first solo record had asked me to come and sing some harmonies on his album. So I'd heard his voice and I'd heard about him, but didn't really know him, So we got to know each other on that trip and became really good mates. And just kind of kept a friendship going for years from there. We've always had a mutual respect for each other and always sort of, just really enjoyed each other's music and know that we're quite different, but, we kind of intellectually get along and kind of, sort of bounce a lot of great ideas and stuff off each other. And when it came to this, I just sort of felt like, I just kind of left my marriage, and I was really wanting to try some different stuff and just sort of push myself into different areas and grow and discover myself more. I felt that I really needed that in my life. And I reached out to Lachlan to just maybe do some work together. I didn't know what that meant, whether it meant like writing a song or doing a duet or whatever. And I just texted him late one night after a few wines and said, hey, we should work together. We should do something together musically. And he wrote back the next morning, of course, I'd love to. And it just kind of grew into what it is now. I don't even know if that's initially what I meant, but it kind of grew into that very quickly. And I'm really glad it did, because it's such a special project, and I'm really proud of the sound we've come up with. And we've worked really hard, to get it to this point, and it just feels right. So yeah, pretty exciting.
And the whole yin and yang of opposites obviously has worked for this project.
Yeah.
And just in the friendship in general, right? Sometimes good to be friends with someone totally opposite of you. You learn things off each other as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And can you share with us the crazy story behind how you came up with the band name, The Pleasures? Was that one wild night in Texas as well? I was kind of reading a little bit online.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Well, we were going through all these different names because we had a bunch that were really good, but
Hard to come up with one.
yeah, it is really hard because like it feels like all the good ones are gone too a little bit, you know. So um we actually that first time in Texas, we went out one night after a gig and we went to a gig. I think we went to see James McMurtry at the Continental Club, and you know, we're drinking, we're out with my manager at the time, and we ended up like late at night going, oh, we're not done. Like, we don't want to go to bed yet. Like, we've got to go home in a few days. We're going to enjoy this time we have while we're here. Let's go to another bar. Let's find somewhere else to go. So we got in a taxi and we said to the taxi driver, like, take us wherever's open, you know, like we want to go somewhere else and have more drinks, and just kind of, you know, hoped he'd take us somewhere. Anyway, he pulls up at this like dingy looking like house, like thing, right? And it says on the front of it, like, Pleasures, like this place is called Pleasures. And I was like, what is this, like a
where is he
club?
taking
like,
us?
I did not know like what was going on. Anyway, so we got out. Lachlan really needed to wee, so we got out and we said, oh, we'll just run in and see what it is, to my manager who stayed in the car. We went inside, knocked on the door, and this lady opens the door. Oh, come in. We're like, okay. So we go in and she goes, just wait right here. And we're like sort of waiting in this foyer area of this house. She goes off and then she comes back with like this like group of girls, you know, like 10 girls, you know, dressed in like nothing. And she sort of lines them up in front of me and Lachlan, and she's like, you know, take your pick, like which one? And we were like, I think we've made it, like, I think we're in the, like, we didn't know, I don't know, we knew what to say. We were kind of just like, oh, no, you know, like just kind of
back away slowly.
We've come to the wrong place. And obviously he dropped us at a brothel, and we just kind of got out of there as quickly as we possibly could and got back in the taxi and went, no, mate, like you've misunderstood. Like, we want a bar.
Drinking.
Drinking, not the other thing. So yeah, that's kind of when we came to the name of the band, we remembered that story and we couldn't remember the name of the place. So we Googled, you know, like brothels in Austin, Texas. And ended up finding this place, Pleasures. And we're like, oh my God, that's it. We're like, The Pleasures. That's a great band name, you know. The songs are, you know, very much about, you know, sometimes just like following through on just pure pleasure and desire, and not holding back in life, and, you know, that kind of whole, you know, kind of, I guess, following the devil in a lot of ways, and, you know, some things, you know. And I think that kind of, you know, sums up the band in a lot of ways. It's about pleasure, and the project's about pleasure. It's about doing something that we love and enjoy, and you know, not holding back and just being ourselves completely. So that's what it's all about.
I love that. So deep and personal. I love it. It's funny that though, after you're, you know, however long you have been friends, that's the story you remember and go with. Could have come up with any other band name.
Hey,
but at least it worked.
Gotta go with the best one, right?
Yeah, it makes a fantastic story for interviews. So,
right.
Like you guys planned that somehow. I don't know. You got to pick this because this will be good for interviews. So you're going out together on tour in February to places like Maitland, Glebe, St Kilda and Cronulla. Yeah. And you have also, as you mentioned before, you have also a lot of other live performances coming up, like with Amber Lawrence as well, the Love and Lies tour, and your Bush Clubs tour as well. You have dates on your website up until like November. I could not believe that. When you've got both in February with Lachlan and Amber, how do you juggle that? Do you think you'll ever get confused of like thinking, what show am I at and what song do I got to sing?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think it's tricky because each sort of tour has its own sort of setup as well. You know, the Bush Pubs tour is my thing, and I run the whole thing myself, and then Love and Lies is mine and Amber both manage it. But, you know, because I'm so busy with 2 kids and all this other stuff, Amber kind of runs that one a little bit more than me. And then like, you know, the Pleasures stuff is kind of like me and Lachlan equal. And it's really tricky because there's so many different teams too. You know, I've got my team, then I've got, when I do the Amber tour, I deal with her team, and then I do the Lachlan tour, I deal with his team. And you know, it's definitely a lot of juggling, and I do find myself getting overwhelmed at times for sure, you know, because when I'm home, I barely have time to, you know, look after my kids, let alone answer emails and, you know, catch up on all the stuff I'm supposed to do. So it is tricky. It's like a full like juggle. My life just feels like I'm always juggling to try and keep on top of stuff. But you know, like I said, I think I thrive under that. You know, I think I enjoy that pressure, and it keeps me kind of going and motivated and working, because you know, these last 2 years have been really tricky. We haven't worked that much, and I've really missed that, you know, that drive that I'm used to. I've always been a really hard worker, and I've missed that side of my life. So it's nice to be back, you know, doing things pretty full on and back into the swing of things. So I'm enjoying it.
You're like, I'm back. I'm just doing it all. I missed it too much.
Exactly.
Do you still have time for yourself and looking after you as well? Or is it just work and kids? That's it. Maybe some
really.
sleep.
I mean, look, I just had a shower just now. I mean, so
that was your me time.
It's 11 o'clock. Yeah. So, I got the kids up this morning, dropped them to my mum's because they go to my mum's on Wednesday so I can do some work. And then I work for a few hours and go back and get the kids and then get them dinner and all that sort of stuff. So I kind of just take the little moments I can get, when I want to do exercise, I just have to get up really early. If I want to, do something for my mental health, I have to just make sure I do it when the kids are at school or whatever. So, every mum and dad feels the same. It's when kids are little, it's just about trying to figure out time management all the time, especially if you've got a career as well. It's just so tricky. And being able to have that quality time with your kids is another thing you've got to really try and fit in there too, because it's so important. They just so desperately want our attention. And, I think for me, I've set aside Tuesdays as my be mum day, and to me, that's not enough, but it's all I can give, that one day a week, I just give them my full attention, and we do something really fun that they want to do, go to the trampoline park or go to the zoo or something that's a memory thing, like yesterday we went to the beach and it was really lovely. So I just got to kind of figure things out that way, and just figure out what happens when and just try and make it work together.
Yeah, and enjoy these moments, because in the blink of an eye, they're going to be all grown up.
Exactly. It's already happening so quickly. So.
I know. Yeah, and especially as they're little, they can't live without you, so they do need you. Yep.
Technically, yes.
Wow. See, as I said, role model for time management. Look at you. Parents listening. Listen to Catherine. But good luck with it all. I still don't know how you do it, but it's going to be some amazing tours. I know your work ethic and also how incredible of an artist you are. So I can't wait to come see some of them, hopefully.
Yeah, we'd love that. Thanks so much, Lauren. I appreciate it. Good to talk to you again.
Now, I wanted to fit one extra thing in for this chat today, because we didn't do it in our last chat. It's a little bit of a game.
Okay.
So we have a very legendary game here on Rave It Up. It's called the 2-minute hot seat. And it's very simple. I just ask you various questions and you have to pick your preference. So it's like dogs or cats, singing or dancing. I think we know the answer to that one. And you have to answer as many questions in 2 minutes as possible. And then when we finish, we'll see where you sit on the leaderboard up against everyone else that's played the game on the show.
Okay.
It's funny, Amber Lawrence has been on the show, but we didn't have enough time to do the game either. So, but maybe you can set the bar nice and high for her for when she does come back on again.
Absolutely.
Sound good? Let me get my stopwatch out and my questions. Okay. And I'll just change the camera view so we can see both of us. Okay. You're ready, Catherine? It's intense.
Ready.
It's a lot of fun. It's a great way for fans to get to know you better. So.
Oh, dear. Okay.
And everyone loves competitive element. Come on.
True.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
iPhone or Samsung?
iPhone.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Rap or rock music?
Rock.
Rock or pop?
Pop.
Pop or country?
Country.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Beach or pool?
Beach.
Skiing or snowboarding?
Oh, neither.
Comedy or action?
What was it?
Comedy or action?
Comedy.
Blondes or brunettes?
Blondes.
Sweet or salty?
Salty.
Sunglasses or hat?
Sunglasses.
SUV or convertible?
Convertible.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
PlayStation or Wii?
PlayStation.
Singing or dancing?
Singing.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Italian or Chinese food?
Ooh, Italian.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Kim Kardashian or Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett.
Johnny Depp or Will Smith?
Johnny.
Mall or online shopping?
Ooh, mall.
Cinema or home movie?
Home movie?
Ice cream or gelato?
Ice cream.
Cake or cookies?
Cake.
Cookies or cookie dough?
Cookie dough.
Family or friends?
Family.
Football or soccer?
Football.
Christmas or your birthday?
Christmas.
Night or day?
Night.
Bus or train?
Train.
Straight or curly hair?
Straight.
Eye color, blue or brown?
Blue.
Vampire or werewolf?
Vampire.
Texting or calling?
Texting.
Sydney or Melbourne?
Sydney.
Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
TV or movies?
TV.
Starbucks or Glory Jeans?
Starbucks.
Snow or surf?
Surf.
And we're out of time. Wow. I love I love that you were being so honest too. A lot of people just want to be as quick as possible.
I really thought about it, but also I was like, both on a lot of them.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all right.
A lot of people end up saying just both, and I'm like, okay, I'll let that slide. How many questions do you think you answered in that time?
Like 30.
30. Ooh, a lot more than that.
Ooh, okay.
I know, it goes quickly, doesn't it?
Wow, how many?
Well, Catherine, you have answered 41 questions.
Wow.
And you are sitting, let me look at the leaderboard. You are sitting number 47 on the Rave It Up leaderboard.
Oh.
Yes, that's all right. For Zoom interviews, that's around where everybody else is sitting. So
Okay.
I think around Zoom interviews, people have answered maybe the top of the leaderboard for that is like 55 questions. So it's all around the 40, 50 mark. So we're just going to, if we ever meet in person, do it in person and try to get at the top of the leaderboard.
Quick. I'll do it quicker next time.
Oh, hey, we loved your honest answers because, as I said, the fans get to know you better.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Even though you've already achieved so much in your career, Catherine, what else is happening in the future? What is after all these tours? Do you even know yet? Or are you just like, I'll just get to it when I get to it?
Yeah, my life has just been consistently pretty much the same for 20-something years now. I mean, other than adding some kids in, I've always just toured and recorded and written songs, and this is my life, and I love it. Like, I don't think I want to change anything anytime soon. I just want to do this for as long as I possibly can and make music and do what makes me happy and inspire my kids to follow their dreams. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with what I've got going right now. And, you know, I'd love maybe another baby one day, but I don't know. That stuff's so tricky. So
yeah, do you even have time for that?
I know, right? I know.
Yeah.
It's
all right. Your tours and your songs and your albums, they're your babies, right?
Yeah.
In a way?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
all my babies.
it is what it's all about, isn't it? So that you set a good example for those kids, that they go and live their dreams as well. Yeah. Life is too short not to love what you do. So I'm really glad that you love what you do. You can just tell, you can look at the passion anyway from these interviews with us. And before we go, Catherine, if our audience want to contact you, find out what you're up to in the future, tour dates, everything like that, where should they go?
Yeah, I mean, CatherineBritt.com is the central place, but follow me on social media. That's where I keep up to date all the time. Instagram's probably my best, but Facebook, and I am on Twitter, but meh. You know, I'd go Instagram or Facebook.
Me too.
My website, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, well, keep everybody else up to date. And as I've said in the past, you're welcome on the show anytime.
Thank you.
So anything you got in the future to talk about, come back on the show.
Will do.
Thank you so much for today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck with it all. Bye, Catherine. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's interview. If you'd like to check out any of our other interviews, visit our website, raveituptv.com. All the podcasts and videos are there for you to enjoy. And also, if you haven't checked out our book, Knowing What I Know Now yet, and also my mini ebook that I wrote last year called Staying Strong, Finding Inner Peace During Hard Times, they are both up on our website, raveituptv.com. Please share it with your friends. We appreciate any support you can give us. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.